Before we start the podcast, we want to take the time to say if you like us, please follow, like, comment on SoundCloud, like, comment on YouTube, subscribe, rate, and comment on iTunes. It really helps us out, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome to Anime Cherry Bomb, the #1 podcast in Luna Nova. I am your host, the guy who is so close to finding all 7 magic words, Aaron. And along with me is the mushroom maniac himself, Jay. Jay, how's it going?
It's going good, Aaron. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Jay. What anime did we do this week?
We're doing this hidden gem anime that not a lot of people have heard about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that we're doing it because we're gonna shine some well-deserved light on it, and that is Little Witch Academia.
A quick aside, I do wish that everybody knew about this anime. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like, if everybody knew, like, if it had, like, My Hero status or, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Attack on Titan status. Because I know everybody who's seen this anime, like, loves it.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll become very apparent very quickly that we both really liked it.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, how many times have you watched this so far?
This is my 4th time.
Really?
So I watched it live or week to week the first time through.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched it all the way through again when it came onto Netflix. Because I watched it. I'm usually not the type of person who will go to illegal streams. Like, I can't wait.
Okay.
Especially when I knew it was coming to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't wait. I liked the movie so much I had to watch the illegal streams. And since I felt kind of bad, I watched the illegal streams. I watched the legit streams. So
Okay.
I watched the legit streams, and then I watched it a 3rd time again with my roommate, and then this is the 4th time.
All right.
And I'm still finding little things that I didn't notice.
This anime is chock full of details, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So that was a horrible segue, but should I bring up the synopsis? Or do you want to say something?
Well, yeah, go ahead. Just hit it with the synopsis.
All right. So, Little Witch Academia revolves around Ako Kaguri, a student witch who aspires to be like her childhood idol, Shiny Chariot, and to show the world that magic is still great. With her classmates at Luna Nova Academy, she learns that witchcraft is harder than she thought, until she awakens the power of the shiny rod, which grants her immeasurable power. With the help of Professor Ursula, she learns that there are 7 words she must unlock to gain world-altering magic, and just maybe meet her idol, Shiny Chariot.
Oh, really good and nice.
Yeah, I actually wrote that. No wiki.
I was about to say that.
No
Is
wiki
that
today.
Straight from the wiki? Or?
No.
It's pretty good. So are you ready for some facts?
Oh, I'm ready for some facts.
All right, so Little Witch Academia was released in 2017, has 25 episodes, and it's a coming-of-age magic fantasy is the genres that describe it.
Yeah.
It's based on the 2012 movie of the same name.
That's crazy that it came out in 2012, and then the anime came out like a bajillion years later.
Yeah, you're telling me. I know. I don't even know even how I came across the first movie, but maybe I was just like browsing through Netflix, and then I seen it, and I was like, I'll check this out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like fell in love really fast. I don't think I watched it until like 2015 after the first movie had come out.
Oh, wow.
And after I had seen the first movie, I was like, I have to show everybody because it was really 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 good. So it was created and directed by Yo Yoshinari, and he worked on one of my favorite things. He worked on Metabots.
Really?
Yeah, so he worked on Metabots, and then he's old Gynax essentially.
Okay.
He worked on Gurren Lagann, FLCL, Evangelion, Panty and Stocking with garter belts. He actually did some of the character designs for Panty and Stocking.
Okay.
And then he also did, or now that he's part of Trigger, he's done some parts of Killer Kill and Darling in the Franxx.
Okay.
The studio is obviously Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
We've covered them before. They've done Inferno Cop, Kisniver, Darling of the Franks, Kill la Kill, and Space Patrol Luluco. And
Yeah. Check out our podcast on Inferno Cop
yeah.
if you want to know a little bit more about that one.
And if you're listening to this in the future, check out most likely the other trigger anime that
that
we're
probably
going to
gonna
do.
pick. Yeah.
The music was done by Michiru Oshima, and I ranked what she's done from, I guess, like impressive to really impressive.
Okay.
So she did 90s Godzilla movies,
Oh wow.
and then Boys Over Flowers,
Okay.
Full Metal Alchemist,
Oh wow.
Ico, the game Ico.
Really?
And then the thing, I can't wait to see your eyes on this one. She did arrangements for Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
So she did a lot of like influential stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff. Now that I think about it, I can hear a lot of Twilight Princess
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah,
Like,
and I could definitely hear like the eco, like the whimsical kind of
like the
airy feel to it.
exactly, and like the that we're talking about it. This music, I really one of my favorite
Scores.
score. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a score. It's not a soundtrack. It is a score.
Yeah, it's orchestral. It's really good.
Yeah, it really sets the mood for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
Strings.
Yeah, there's lots of string instruments. I've heard like cello, violin, harp. It all sounds really good.
Yeah, really. Like it adds more when we get into it. It adds way more into the emotion that the music is so good.
Yeah.
Like it wells up at the right spots.
Mm-hmm.
Like in conjunction with like how scenes are directed
Yeah.
and like how the characters are written. It's just really really good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wrote that as it's like sounds like the perfect music to go flying on a broomstick.
Yeah, yeah. I would. That's a great way to put it. So the OPs, the two OPs were done by Eureka. It's her name, Eureka, which is a really dope name.
Okay.
And they're both it's Shiny Ray and Mind Conductor.
Okay.
Which one did you prefer over the two?
Of the openings, I like the second opening better.
I do. I think they're both really good.
Yeah, they're both really strong.
But the visuals in the second one,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god! Like how it's like I don't want to break down the whole opening. It's just like how it's like, you know, the threesome of Akko, Lotte, and
Mm-hmm.
and
Susie.
Susie. I don't know why I forgot Susie and Susie. Like they put their hands in the middle.
Yeah, and
and
do
then
that triangle thing.
Yeah, and it forms like the Luna Nova sign,
Mm-hmm.
and then it that spins into the words,
Mm-hmm.
and then it revealing like the title card,
Yeah.
and then the title card becomes the branches,
Mm-hmm.
like being the ley lines essentially,
Oh yeah.
and then just a really cool shot of as it's flying into the scene, it's flying through the ley lines, and then goes right through it, entering Luna Nova,
Yeah.
and then you see like Chariot like blasting off.
Yeah.
Like the whole time that you were like in that view, it was basically you're flying with Chariot,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just really good. It gives me chills every time I think about it.
And then it goes into that whole lineup of all the minor characters that you don't really see too much about.
Yeah, and I remember I described to you when I first talked about Little Witch. It's the characters are needlessly designed,
Yeah, exactly.
and that opening shows you how needless it is.
Yeah.
Of how much, like, look at all the detail like these random characters have for no
Yeah.
reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ED was done by Yukio Ohara. She did both of them.
Okay.
And it's If You Follow the Stars is the first one, and Invisible Wings is the second.
Okay.
Which was your preferred one?
I like the first ending better.
I love the first one.
Yeah.
And the really cool thing that I love about the first one is every couple episodes they'll throw in a new title card.
Yeah.
Just like randomly in there.
Yeah. What sucks is that on Netflix they kind of like Like if you're not paying attention, it'll skip the ending.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I missed a lot of the endings.
I was
the only one that I caught was the fish title card. Or the
Oh,
fish
okay.
Card.
So you didn't see what Diana and her group won. That's in the ending. That's in the slides
Oh really?
of what was in the jar.
What jar? What?
You know, the broomstick races,
Oh okay.
and the winner was gonna get a prize from the potions
Oh yeah.
teacher. In the ending cards, it actually shows them opening up the jar.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And what was in it?
And it's like an octopus monster that like attacks Hannah and Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Hanna Barbera, I love
Yes.
their names.
So that's what one of the things I was gonna ask if you caught that.
I didn't catch it. Well, they don't really say their names that often
Yeah.
in this anime, so I didn't notice it until I was writing my notes that their names were Hanna and Barbera, and
Yeah.
I was like, what?
What? Yeah.
That's their names?
Yeah, Hannah and Barbara.
Yeah.
It's great. There's so many little like nods.
Yeah. Shout outs to Hong Kong Fooey
Exactly.
and Magilla Gorilla
Shout out to Grape Ape
and the Wacky Races. That's the best one.
And the wacky, exactly. So you might have noticed that I skipped what these two artists have done previously. So what's really cool is that Little Witch was both of their premieres.
Oh, really?
So it was both of their first projects together under the Toho label, which Toho is the not licensor, but they're like the main producer of the anime.
Yeah.
And,
I noticed Toho was involved in it because I looked up the openings just to rewatch them, and it was on their
their YouTube page, and they put up really good quality too. Shout out to Toho. They also do My Hero Academia. But what's really cool is apparently these two artists are like attached at the hip. So every time one of them does an opening, the other one does the ending.
Oh, okay.
So in these cases, it was Land of the Illustrious. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one.
Haven't heard of that one.
And Hand Battle, which is on right now.
That's the badminton
anime,
okay.
yeah. Land of the Illustrious, it's about... I can't even really explain. It's really cool.
You've seen it before?
I haven't seen it, but I know of it. It's on the list.
Okay.
And then the only thing that it's different is Yukio Chara, the person who sang the endings. They did Teasing Master Tengaki, the ending song for Teasing Master Tengaki-san.
Okay.
Which I really like.
Yeah, that's on your list, right?
Yeah. So it was licensed by Netflix.
Yep.
Thank you, Netflix.
Thank you, Netflix,
for saving Little Witch. And then, which is also really cool, it's also produced by the Good Smile Company. And I don't know if you know who the Good Smile Company is.
Is that a manga publishing?
No, they publish toys.
Oh, okay.
They do toys. And so, like, I don't know if you ever heard, like, of what an Android is or...
No.
If you look actually right behind you and above you, there's that Dark Magician girl up there.
Okay.
See how it's, like, cartoony...
like a
design?
chibi kind of?
Yeah, like a chibi character.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like usually Nendoroids.
Okay.
And you can like swap out their faces and their features.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so they make those, and I have stuff to show you after this podcast because there are some dope. Their Little Witch figures are really really cool.
Please tell me there's a Constance one.
No, not yet.
Aww.
They just finished. They just released the Susie one.
Okay.
No, they just finished. They just released the Lote one, or Lote, and then the one that's coming out next is the Diana figure.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So, but my guess, the next one would probably be Amanda.
Yeah.
And then Constantine's.
Yeah, Constance, and then maybe.
I'm really excited for the Constance one because it's gonna come with a stand bot. I would imagine.
And a gun.
Exactly. All right. The cross media. There's a manga. The two movies that the series was based on, and a video game.
Yep.
I forget what I didn't write down with the video. I think it's something in time or time.
The Chamber of Time.
Yeah. Chamber of Time. And I don't know if you ever played like Dragon's Crown. It basically plays like a 4-player beat 'em up.
Really?
Yeah. Have you seen the gameplay?
I only saw like the overworld stuff.
Yeah. So it plays like a 2D beat 'em up essentially.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have to play that then.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, and I can't wait to actually get a. I'm really excited to buy a copy after this.
I also read that there was they did a cameo in like
It's
in
a
like
mobile game.
a mobile game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Like a special event quest or something like that for a mobile game.
Yeah, it was Akko with the chariot robot was in it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think like the character from Gurren Lagann is in that game. And,
yeah, exactly.
And somebody else from another anime.
So some cool fun facts that I dug up. So the second movie was crowdfunded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they asked. Well, I think Trigger had money to make a 24-minute, 20-minute anime episode, but they wanted to go. They got like extra money goes a long way, so they asked for a modest $150K to help them with like cleaning up and doing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They actually smashed the goal within 5 hours
really?
of putting it up, and they ended with $625,000.
Wow.
And it turned the 20-minute short into I think 54 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I think it was like 54 minutes, and then like they added new music and put new assets in it.
Okay.
And then the really cool thing about what Trigger did with the Japanese Blu-rays, one, they included the Chariot collectible cards.
Yeah.
So I think there's 9 Blu-rays and then 9 special editions. I think they all come with two cards.
Are they always the same too?
No, it's 2 different.
So
if
it's like
you,
a blister pack kind of thing?
No. So if you got all 9 of them, you have all the cards
Okay.
from the show.
Oh, okay.
And I think like the 9th one only came with 1, which was the middle card that Diana had.
Okay.
A really special one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, which was also really cool what they did, it comes with English subs on them, which is like super rare.
Yeah.
That a Japanese release has English subs on them.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they knew people were going to be like, well, like Americans are going to want to collect these.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's give them at least a way to watch the DVDs.
Okay.
All within
That's nice of them.
All within a reasonable $90
a volume.
A volume. So, thanks.
Yeah.
We really
Gee
appreciate
whiz,
it.
thanks.
Exactly. And that's all I have for the facts this week.
What about the crossover with Space Patrol Lilico?
Oh yeah, I guess we can mention that. Yeah, in Space. I guess you just mentioned it in Space Patrol Lilico.
Mm-hmm.
It's they go to Luna Nova for a mission.
Yeah.
And hilarity ensues with Susie.
Yeah. And then also in they premiered like this episode of Inferno Cop with Donald Trump and all that stuff. We talked about it in the Inferno Cop podcast. But Lotte makes an appearance on that.
Yeah, as a cutout.
As a cutout. So
is it her? Well, I guess you wouldn't know. Was it her Japanese voice actor?
No, it was just another random person going.
Oh,
I think it was. I mean, it was shot from a phone, so I couldn't really hear.
Oh, okay.
And the subtitles were kind of blurry. So.
All right. So, same as before. Do you have anything general before we jump into the topics?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the amount of detail in this anime is like crazy.
Oh yeah.
So some of the like details that I like, I only put like a few because I knew you were gonna dominate like.
Oh yeah.
With details.
I have a bunch.
But like Susie drinking mushroom juice, that was like one of my favorite things to like see. I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool because she's like so obsessed with mushrooms, and it makes sense that she would drink that.
And then I think I mentioned to you earlier, but in the Nightfall episode when Lotte is talking to the pen, she's talking to the pen spirit. Like you can see Susie like bending down and like petting
A
a
mushroom.
mushroom. Yeah, like it's really weird.
That's funny.
Just her weird interactions with mushrooms.
I know in the second ending, like Akko turns into a mushroom at one
Yeah.
point, so
Yeah.
that's another nice little thing. Did you know that mushroom juice is like actually a thing?
No, I didn't.
You can get not mushroom juice, but you can get mushroom coffee or tea.
Yeah, I would. In Japan, they have a lot of weird.
No, that's here. You can
Really?
get that here.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
Nancy's tried it and she said it's terrible.
Oh
But-
God. So one of my little favorite details. I can go back and forth until you run out on
Yeah,
yours.
I only have one more.
My favorite one is Akko's sapling on her head.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
her cowlick turns into a
into a sapling.
little sapling, and my favorite thing about it is as the scene goes on, or not as the scene goes on. Yeah, I guess as the whole thing plays out,
Yeah,
you can see it's growing,
yeah,
and it gets bigger and bigger until it's finally plucked by the statue.
yeah, exactly.
I also really like the little detail of when Akko is looking at a picture case with all of the winners in it.
Oh yeah.
Like she puts her face all up against it,
Mm-hmm.
and like her face is just pressed up. I really like that little detail.
One detail that I really enjoyed was that Constance robots are made from video game systems.
Yeah,
They're
I
the-
didn't notice. I didn't notice. I think it's the Standbot that the Akko breaks.
Uh-huh.
Was a 64.
Are
Was
you
it not
sure?
64? Well, you would know better than I would know.
The legs are PlayStation 1 controllers.
What? I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that.
Yeah, it's like the left is the D-pad, the right is the buttons. Actually, I think it's a PlayStation because of the color, and the head of the robot is I think it's a Japanese Sega Saturn.
Cause that's what I thought. Maybe yeah. Cause I noticed the front loading
Mm-hmm.
thing. So maybe I was gonna say it was a Saturn.
I might be wrong, but I think
Yeah.
I think it's PlayStation 1 controllers and a Sega Saturn
That's so cool.
head. Yeah.
Which I don't understand. She didn't have. Speaking of the episode, she didn't have any extra Standbots that she could use.
I know,
She
right?
had so many.
And one thing that I enjoyed is at the very last episode, they're actually playing some video games at the end.
Oh yeah,
And I think they're using Standbot to play it, right?
yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I also have one of my favorite ones. I think I sent it to you. It's the picture of the Nightfall internet comment thread,
Uh-huh.
and all the stuff that they're saying in that thread is stuff that's said about Trigger, like himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cause like we'll learn the more that we watch Trigger
Mm-hmm.
or Trigger like anime is that they eventually end up in space.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that was like the whole thing of the Nightfall, where people were in the comments were saying like, space, really?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it doesn't make any sense. And it was like a little cheeky stab at Trigger themselves.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really funny. Another really cool detail in that Nightfall episode that the Professor Badcock
Yeah.
was Lote's
Pen pal.
pen pal Big Ben,
Yeah.
and like it doesn't explicitly tell you, but it's in the background.
Yeah,
which is-
she's like lugging the freaking costume on her back or something.
yeah,
like that.
exactly. And that detail was super neat to me.
Mm-hmm.
I also have in the Susie, the Akko's Adventure in Susie Land episode, how Susie left the funnel in Akko's mouth.
Oh yeah, and she slept the whole night with it.
Yeah, exactly. I really love that little detail.
Speaking of that episode, the license plate of the car that
Yeah.
they were driving has the Little Witch
Yes, it's the-
initials and the episode
Episode
number.
9 or 8. Yeah, really, really cool. And I also love they like classically animated the old timey cartoons,
Oh yeah.
and I just really love those character designs too. Before we even jump into talk about character designs, the old timey character designs
Mhm.
really, really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this, but the mirror that turns Akko into Diana, the moon spirit was actually in that mirror.
Really?
Yeah. So if you look at the mirror, it's all like a wooden frame, and it kind of looks like the moon spirit. But there's a point where the one after Akko is turned into Diana, and she leaves, you can see how the scene shot is you can see the teacher standing in front, and then you can see the mirror in the background, and you can see the moon spirit like looking at her.
Oh wow!
And then it glares, and then she's gone.
Okay.
And then behind the mirror is like a bunch of the leaves that the words are written on.
Oh, okay. I remember the leaves. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I didn't notice her in the mirror until this.
Until this watch?
Oh, yeah. Wow. I was like, it was pretty. I was like, oh, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
To notice it this time around. And then I have two more of my favorite ones. In that same episode, the markings that Akko puts on Hannah and Barbara. Do you recognize what those were?
Wasn't one like a cat?
Yeah. The other one's a star. Do you have any idea where that's from?
Kiss.
Yeah, it's Kiss.
Yeah.
So it's like Ace Frehley and Catman.
The drummer.
Yeah. I thought it was really, really funny that there's like a weird random Kiss reference in there. The owner of the magic shop they go to.
Yeah. Is designed after the guy from Pawn
Stars.
The guy that got like arrested for like marijuana possession or something like that.
Oh, it was like heroin. It was something really hard.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was really hard. And then the last one, and I didn't notice this one until this time through too, was that the memories. Actually, no. I guess this can go into cinematography.
Okay.
So. Speaking of cinematography,
art.
Honestly, do you have anything more general?
Oh, I actually have one dislike.
End the podcast. It's over.
Okay, so one thing I didn't like is that and I don't know why they did this, but like for like long drawn out shots of characters, like the characters like really small, they put black dots in their eyes, and it makes it look like they have like a kind of clueless expression.
Yeah,
I get. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
like it reminds me of like the main guy from Monster Musume, like that clueless look that he always has. It reminds me of that.
Yeah, I get you. It is kind of like a lot of stuff is happening in the foreground, so maybe it's like to draw back on the animation.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like just like I think there was a part where like Diana was talking to I think Ursula, and it was just them talking, and Diana had the dot in her eye, and I was like, this looks really weird. I don't know why they chose to put a black dot.
Yeah, I get you.
But art and cinematography.
Yeah, art and cinematography.
Art is freaking fantastic.
I love the art. Needlessly designed characters. I love it.
I put that as like just like in My Hero, like all the background characters are designed. And it makes me want to know about them, but like they're just like minor characters.
Yeah, there's like not enough time. I really would have loved more background on the Little Nova news girl.
Okay.
I really love her design.
Yeah.
I really wanted to.
I have her as actually one of my underutilized.
I didn't have any underutilized until now that I think about it. I should have put her on my underutilized.
Yeah.
Because I actually do feel everybody is like gets their moment to shine. Except for one glaring thing, and I'll mention it when we get to characters.
Okay.
But
going back to like the background characters, there's actually a few that I like that I wrote down that I like wanted to know more about. Like there's that pink hair girl with the bow.
Yeah.
But, like I think she like barges into like the room one time.
Yeah.
And then there's one girl that's only in the second opening. It's like she has her hair covering her eyes.
Yeah.
I want to know more about her, but I don't think she's even in the anime.
Right, exactly. Yeah, everybody's wonderfully designed. I just love everybody's design. The costume changes.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Yep. I especially like the Cinderella dresses.
Oh yeah, pretty those were pretty tight.
Yeah.
They also have their formal clothes, their formal witch clothes. Yeah. Really, really cool with their hats. And even their casual, everyday school outfit. Yeah. Pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. Another outfit change that I really liked was Amanda in a boy's uniform.
Ooh, yeah, she looked good in it.
Yeah. And then Lotte without glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Super cute. Yeah, it's just everything's crazy cute in this anime.
And I mentioned like the old timey cartoon versions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Look really cool, like the snotty Diana.
Yeah.
Over exaggerated like long legs.
Mm-hmm.
Look pretty cool. The like form changes. So like any of Akko's.
Oh yeah. That was the next thing I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, her transformation magic.
Yeah.
Or even when they transform into fish.
Yeah.
I really like how crappy Lotte looks.
Yeah, but it's still
cute
at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I especially
the mer person also very strong character design.
I really like when Akko was that bunny human hybrid.
Yeah,
that was really cute. That was probably one of my favorites.
So I forgot, I didn't mention it in my details, but I should have. Did you see the joke of Andrew? Andrew, how he's being an ass. So he had donkey ears and a donkey tail.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a strong joke.
And like you were saying earlier, that even though like some parts like like they only had like $2 to animate this scene, it still looks really good. And one that comes to mind was when they were looking for the potions to bring into Susie's mind.
Yeah.
And Akko was just like, take all of them. It was like freaking three frames of animation, but it still got the point across.
That whole episode up until the last maybe 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes is like really cheaply animated.
Yeah.
But it's so well done.
Yeah.
That
it's all really effective and very funny.
Yeah. They do use it to their advantage, I feel.
Just take all of it.
Yeah, but I don't even get the thing of like, let's take this and then go to sleep.
Oh, I know, right?
So speaking of going on to cinematography,
yeah,
I love that bat shot when she hits him when Lotte hits Akko in the back of the head to knock her out. Mm-hmm. Like it's just like the baseball bat. We're playing basketball now. The baseball bat sound of it hitting her head.
That's another nice detail is the sound effects. There's like Scooby-Doo sound effects that I like hear.
So what I also should have mentioned this in my generals. It really has like a Looney Tunes style of comedy where like it's also visual. Mm-hmm. Like my favorite visual joke in the anime is when Akko is trying to do the transformation magic, and she turns into the elephant that starts flying up.
Yeah,
and the bee comes and stings her, and like all the air just flies out.
Oh yeah. That is very Looney Tunes.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, Ursula." Oh no, she's all like, "Arigato, Ursula Sensei," and like she's like hella like still floppy, like uninflated. And then Ursula puts the bandit on her head.
Oh yeah.
And then she like fills back up with air. Mm-hmm. Really, really strong. The other really cool Looney Tunes one is when they're trying to learn when Aqua's trying to learn how to fly for the first time.
Yeah.
And she's doing all this crazy stuff to learn how to fly. And when they shoot her out of a cannon to try to get her to fly. Or like the one that really reminds me of like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner was they throw her off the Luna Nova tower.
Oh yeah,
with the bungee cord.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty. I really love the silly comedy, and even just looking at how like everything is like free form, like how they draw their characters. Like in some spots, like the characters just look funny. Mm-hmm. Just like how they're moving, how their characters are moving.
Yeah,
like their facial expressions. Really, really funny. It reminded me almost like Konosuba in that way. Or I guess Konosuba reminds me of Little Witch. But like the free form of the face and the body proportions are sometimes also played with.
Yeah, sometimes it goes into like that chibi looking characters like from Panty and Stocking.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. I think like that the potion thing that I was talking about was kind of like Panty and Stocking style.
Yeah. I can see that.
So cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography. Let's see what did I actually have? Go ahead. You can.
I have the Fountain of Polaris scenes were shot really well.
Ooh, don't get me started. Everything with like the shots and I think that whole episode of after they fight the bear, or when they're fighting the polar bear.
Yeah. Oh, that's another nice detail. Is that polar bear? That's Shiny Chariot's like old pet or something like that.
It's Ursa Major.
Ursa Major. What?
Yeah, so it's all constellations.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if you know that. So like Chariot, Shiny Chariot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? Did they ever? They had to say what her real name was.
Oh yeah, they did.
It's Chariot.
Do something. Yeah, Du Noir. Yeah.
So that means in French, it's a Chariot of the North.
Oh, okay.
Which is also what they call the Big Dipper.
Oh, okay.
And if you notice, it's like the Stargate has the Big Dipper on it.
Mm-hmm.
The shiny rod is the Big Dipper.
Yeah.
And even the jewels in the shiny rod make the Big Dipper.
Make the stars, right?
Yeah. So and then like Ursa Major or Ursa Minor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the constellations, and that's what the bear was. I don't know if you noticed in Ursula's, in the first episode when Ursula's looking at the map of where the ley lines go, they're all in constellations.
Oh yeah.
And that one's a really cool detail.
Mm-hmm. The ley lines are the branches of
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil, right?
Yeah. Which that was a really cool detail at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the one detail I didn't notice until watching it this time through, I kind of teased it earlier, was when before the high school festival, when the founder of Polaris calls to Akko again to help her.
Yeah.
She sees Chariot doing all this stuff, like trying to learn her magic.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Yeah. I didn't notice that whose eyes she's watching him through. She's watching him through
Professor Croy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
So I don't know if how they dubbed it in the
English.
English.
We should probably say that Aaron watched the Japanese and I watched English. So.
Yeah. And how'd you feel about the dub?
I thought that was good. I really liked it.
Well, if you get to watch it a second time, if you ever feel like it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it in Turkish or something.
Turkish. You have the option.
I know. That's another nice little general thing is that this anime has like a bajillion different languages you could watch it in.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. Netflix did a really good job with that.
Yeah, you could watch it in Chinese, Italian, Turkish, Spanish, among others, German.
Yeah. Well, so I've never watched it in English. So how do you pronounce the professor's name?
Which one?
The is it Koriox? How you say it?
Oh,
the antagonist. Oh God,
it's a Croy. It's a Professor Croy.
It is Croy. Yeah, but they
did
say
I
like
say?
Koriox. They pronounce the X, which is weird.
Oh, okay.
But
Professor Croy was
Croy.
How I said it in English.
Okay.
I just need a refresher real quick.
Yeah, Croy. Yeah, but it's all through her eyes, which is like a really cool detail.
Yeah.
So like
at that point, we don't even know who Professor Croy is, right?
She hasn't shown. She doesn't show up until 2 episodes. That's why like it's a really cool detail to go back and then see it.
Yeah. That is nice.
Another really cool detail, and I don't know if you caught it. It's fairly obvious. The reason why I didn't notice it the first time I seen it because I was watching in Japanese or fan subbed. But did you notice all the shooting star references in the newspapers?
No.
No? Oh my goodness. If you go back, so after No Stopping Me Now or No Stopping Me, I think it's called, the episode with the shooting star, the broom. Look at every time they pull up a newspaper, there is something about the shooting star.
Really?
Like, I think the first time, it says like, oh, shooting. It says like, UFO spotted, near equator. People. It says like, professionals think, it's a broomstick, and then like every time like it's like shooting star sighted in, Europe, or like shooting star whatever that, like 4 or 5 times almost every time they show a newspaper, it always talks about the shooting star.
That's pretty cool.
And then which, like, I like that little fact because like it's supposed to keep on reminding you that it's there.
Yeah, that's flying about.
Yeah, and then which comes to like the great
Finale
where it saves Akko.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so good. Fighting the evil missile at the end, really shot very well, exciting,
Yeah.
thrilling. Another great cinematography scene I really love was in the second part of the school festival.
Okay.
Where they're freeing the sad ghost. And I was telling Jay about this, where this is my 4th time watching it, and like I still tear up at that scene because just how like beautiful that scene is. Of I don't know how it's in the dub, but in the sub, she's like telling the ghost like don't cry anymore. Like your friends would be very sad if they saw you like this. So let's stop being sad and let's start being happy and laugh again.
Yeah.
And like just that scene is just so cute, and just after everything that's happened in these last 2 episodes where people were putting Akko down, and even right before that happens, right before Diana goes on stage, she tells Lotte like Akko like she's not here because she turned your back on you guys.
Yeah.
Like she's honestly, it's like a point where Diana's saying like she's pathetic.
Yeah.
And that's when like Lotte's like, no, she's practicing right now up until the very last moment because she cares.
Yeah.
Like Akko would rather die than betray us. And then just that scene, which is like the scene of Diana doing her summoning magic.
Yeah.
With the unicorn. Pretty dope.
Yeah. I actually put that as one of my favorite cinematography things.
Yeah. And then just to have it all be turned goofy with Akko trying to make it laugh
with with her transformation magic and all that stuff.
Very, very strong, very cute.
Yeah.
And then like the other part that also gets me tearing up was before the ghost like goes back to its normal form. It flashes a picture of the ghost when it was a kid.
Yeah.
With all of its friends, and like they're just having good fun and
playing in a field.
Yeah, it's just, oh my goodness. It just got like the waterworks going. So like it's that scene that gets me, the 3 or 4 scenes that get me teared up. It's that scene, which is, they're all probably great cinematography scenes. So it's that scene, the scene with the blue moon spirit in the cave, where it shows Akko her like, oh, you can be chariot, but all you have to do is leave like all this behind.
Yeah, all your memories behind.
And she's like, no, I'm gonna work my way. And then like the third scene, I know I'm going in kind of like weird order, like reverse order. The third scene that also gets me all teared up is the scene at the Gate of Polaris at the very end, where Ursula tells Akko like, oh yeah, if a normal witch with nothing special comes here, it doesn't even show itself to them. And I don't know if you noticed this too. That's where Akko was hiding the whole time when she disappeared.
Really? Oh, she was hiding there?
I don't know if she was hiding there, but she was at the old school building where the Fountain of Polaris was.
At that bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that they were like she was on the school campus.
Yeah, she was. I think there's a. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure there's an exterior shot of the old school building.
Okay.
And then shows her sitting there. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where it was. And yeah, and she was like hanging around the Fountain of Polaris, which is I think a pretty cool detail if it is in fact
that place.
And then I also really like that fact. Nothing really cinematography about it, but of Chariot basically telling Akko that she does have hidden radiance, but she's not ready for it.
Yeah.
And I also like like I think every episode, especially in the second season, has like a moral. That's what I really like about this series too. Like it has morals, but they're not like hand-fisted to you. So like all the words
all the words have something to do with it.
Like less than like being traditional. I think is the one that stands out that I remember.
Yeah.
The other one is like the one in Lot's when they go to Lot's hometown, I think it's like patience.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah. But the whole that whole scene, like to me when I watch it, it's Akko it's basically telling you like power isn't like just given to you, that you have to work for it.
Yeah.
Like there are no handouts. You have to earn certain things.
Yeah, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah. Just like, and I think even like Diana's backstory like echoes that sentiment a lot, that even if you're like nothing, or even if you have trouble with something, if you keep on doing it repetitively, eventually you'll get good at it. And then the last scene that always makes me tear up is the last ending scene where Akko, spoiler alert, learns how to fly at the end.
Yeah.
And it's just like after, I think my emotions were already at a high, because speaking of more cinematography scenes, the scene where they're blasting off on the giant broomstick.
Yeah.
And like how everybody's like
doing the pat on the back.
Yeah. Like passing on their hope.
Yeah.
To the next person. Really, really cool. I love that scene.
Yeah.
And then like fighting the missile and like the shooting star saving them.
Yeah.
And then like Akko saying goodbye to the shiny rod as it goes back to the stars. It's like all this
overload.
Yeah, like it's like emotional overload, and then how it ends after this bombastic battle is like they're having a picnic. They're like hanging out.
Yeah, playing video games, sharing snacks.
Yeah, telling Akko saying like, "Oh, this is the day where I fly," and everyone's like, "Nah." And even like I can't even remember her name. Professor Croix. What's her name?
Professor Croy.
Croy. There you go, Croy. Professor Croy, telling Ursula like, "Oh no, I'm gonna find a way to get you to be able to fly again."
Yeah.
Like that's a seam that was left, like dangled, like, oh, maybe a second season.
Yeah. What's interesting about that particular scene is that there is a male there, a wizard, next to.
Oh, is there really?
Next to Professor Croy, so there are male wizards.
That's what I wondered, like, because I had never noticed a male wizard.
Yeah, he was wearing like the hat that they were wearing and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even notice that. Like, I was wondering, like, oh, is magic a female thing? But
no, I think it's just that school in particular.
It's a girls' school.
Is a girls' school.
Okay, that makes sense. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, that scene where she's like flying is like a really big, like it's been building up like all season, and it's finally that payoff.
Yeah.
And then we get to hear Constance.
Yeah, my girl Constance
talk.
Yep. I was actually shocked at that point. I had to rewind it. Like I was during when she talked, I was like reclined in my chair, and
you sat up.
I pretty much sat up. Yeah, I went to the edge of my seat and I was like, what? And then I had to like immediately go back, and my wife was like, "Are you okay in there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just reacting."
Yo, Constance, talk.
She has no idea what I'm talking. was like, come on, come in here. Let me show you. She's talking.
She's like, look at her. She's like, I don't know. That's like a Nancy thing to be like, just shrug her shoulders like, what?
Yeah. Just say I'm dumb or something.
Gosh dang it. Yeah. Do you have anything? I know this. There's a lot of things that we could talk about cinematography. Yeah. Do you have any other?
I do. I have a couple more that you didn't touch on.
Yeah, go ahead.
The end of episode 2 with like the butterflies and like from the tree.
Oh, really, really great.
Yeah, really nice. I really like that shot. And one more that I really enjoyed was during that pretty much the whole battle of Amanda and that dude in the armor. It was like really nicely lit, like the sunset in the background. And then after the fight and stuff, they go home on the broomstick, and the sunset almost has like it reminded me of the Lion King, the sunset from the Lion King.
I feel
like really big and they're small and it looks really nice. So that's all I really had for cinematography. I mean,
yeah, like you said, like every episode, is
well animated.
Is this the most cinematic anime we've seen?
It's definitely the best animated that we've seen.
It's the best animated for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Skun's Wish is probably the best cinematography anime we've seen.
Yeah.
Just with like what they're saying with the shot, like Little Witch shots are like beautifully shot.
Yeah.
But they're not saying, they're not like used to convey
like subtle things,
right? Like subtleties.
Yeah.
Whereas that's what Scum's Wish. That's what
it's all about.
Yeah, and that's what Wandering Sun is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like exterior shots to
set the mood.
Yeah,
and tell you like make the environment more prolific, I guess, or something like that.
Before we get off art, best character design.
It's up there. It's up there. It's like I really enjoy the art style of this anime. So
I think this art style animates better than My Hero's art style.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, like I feel like the more cartooniness has it more floaty in a good way, where they can play more loose with the character designs. Whereas like the serious shonen that My Hero is, like you can't really play around with the characters too much.
Yeah. One thing that I kept like thinking about like when I was watching this anime throughout, was that it reminded me of like something Studio Ghibli would do if they had to do like an anime series. I feel like this would probably be like what it'd be like.
Yeah, that's how I feel the movies are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I would really recommend you watch them with Nancy, even watch them with Nicholas, your nephew.
Yeah,
like he'd probably
enjoy it. I'm sure he'd enjoy it.
Yeah, which brings me to, I know I could save this for the later final thoughts, but this is probably the most accessible anime that we've reviewed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
definitely.
There's zero fan service.
Yeah.
What my favorite part about it is I've seen so much fan service in anime. You could see where they could put fan service in here.
Yeah, definitely.
You could see the panty shot, but like,
nope, doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's either like how they're positioned, like with their skirt is like in the way, or my other favorite thing is like they just black out the underneath.
Yeah,
like you don't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really enjoyed that little thing. And I didn't know it was TV7.
Yeah.
It's a kids anime. You can just put it on for kids.
The only thing that I would say that that isn't really like kid friendly is Constance guns. That's all there really is.
Oh yeah.
But they're like lasers. They're not bullets.
Yeah. They're magic. They didn't,
they're magic.
They didn't show, I think I sent you in that GIF of Constance putting her gun together.
Yeah.
But she puts her wand
inside
of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the magic is shooting from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the one favorite shot of Constance is when she's like threatening Hako with the gun.
Yeah. That was actually my wallpaper at work.
It's great. It's hilarious. Okay. All right, Jay. So let's go to least favorite characters because I feel that's
a shorter list.
Okay.
Right. I have two. I have the blonde guy from the school. I put him as blonde douchebag. I don't even know his name.
Yeah, he has a name, but
and I also put his dad on there.
Yeah, I put I have Andrew's dad.
Okay.
I also have the Cavendish cousins.
The twins.
Yeah, the twins.
Okay.
They're like eh.
Yeah,
And the aunt too is also like eh.
I like their hair, their color hair. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
all the Cavendish family hair is
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all I really have though. There's like not really
Yeah.
much to say about them because they're just one-off characters. You don't really get too much with them.
exactly. Those are the ones I just don't like. Are just the one off. I also don't really like the principal's dad, the zombie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't really like that
Hmm.
character either. Like it was like a one note joke.
Yeah.
And then I also have Hannah and Barbara.
You don't like Hannah? and
I
Barbara?
mean, yeah, but they're just bitches.
Yeah.
They're like catty bitches.
Okay.
All right. So I try to limit my character count
Me
for
too.
mine.
Because
I was
like literally everybody else is really good.
Yeah, you want to know more about every character.
Yeah.
I try to put ones I think that you didn't have,
Okay.
just so we can cover more ground.
Yeah.
So, with the first three, I know you probably have on yours. Probably the four, on here. Probably the five on here, that I have. We probably both have. So I did a horrible job. There's like Akko,
Yeah.
obviously,
Akko's super cute.
very cute,
Mhm.
very heartwarming, very relatable character.
Yeah. Very ditzy. I really love her.
Yeah. Lotte.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why some people don't like her because I don't think she got a real big shine in here.
Okay.
I like her a lot more because of the movie, personally, which is I think is unfair to judge on the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
It is kind of unfair.
But she has like my favorite character design,
Yeah.
and she's just very, very cute.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that about everybody.
Yeah, everybody's freaking cute.
Susie,
Susie, I love her. I love how mischievous she is.
exactly. How she's in the vor.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to get eaten. Like,
I really love that part that like she was so happy when she got eaten by
yeah,
that,
she was
that monster.
like her smile on her face.
Yeah.
Where like Akko and Lotte are like screaming.
Yeah.
And she's just like smiling all the way down.
Yeah, I love that.
So I wonder how it feels to get eaten by it. Chariot / Ursula.
Yeah.
Really, really great character.
Yeah.
Obvious character reveal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
knew as soon as I saw that her eyes were red, I knew she was Chariot.
Right. And then we also have one I don't think you have on yours is Pisces Sensei.
That's the most underutilized.
Yeah, I love Pisces Sensei.
Yeah.
Like I think when I originally watched it,
Mhm.
you can see Pisces Sensei among the teachers.
Yeah, at like during the
The opening ceremony.
Yep.
I was like, what the hell? When I first seen it, I was like, is that a fish with a witch hat? And then like I'm just glad that we got to see more of her.
Yeah.
Really great. And then Crow, Professor
Professor Croy.
Croy,
Yeah.
Professor Croy, really
good villain.
Up until she isn't, I tell everybody, because like they forgive her like really fast.
Yeah. Like I feel like she should have gone to jail.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
But she's like, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to go make a cure for you."
no, you're fine. Yeah, but really good villain. I really like the chemistry between her and Chariot.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anybody? Oh, Constance.
Yeah, Constance is my main girl.
Yeah.
I even told you that she is like my number 2 waifu right now.
Are we talking about the overall J ranking waifus, or are we
Yeah.
just talking really?
Overall.
So
she's
Hakagure,
It's Hakagure's number 1
Constance,
and then Constance.
dang, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit that's pretty strong. I said Amanda,
Yeah, I love Amanda. She's a great character.
great, really cool. She's actually modeled after My Little Pony.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's based off of I think her name is Sunset Shimmer.
Oh, okay.
The pony. It's same color palette. Her hair is the same color palette as the pony.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
One thing that we should note that is that each character in this anime is from like a different country.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice little detail. They never mention it in the anime, but everybody's from a different place.
Yeah, like Amanda's American.
Mm-hmm.
Diana is
From United Kingdom.
yeah, UK. Akko's Japanese. Lote's finish. The one that tripped me up was Susie's Filipino.
Yeah, she's from the Philippines. Constance is German.
Constance is German.
And Jasminka is
Jasminka
Russian.
is Russian, yeah.
Did we miss anybody?
Chariot and
Croy.
I'm not gonna get her name right every time. Chariot and Croy are French.
Are they? Oh yeah, they have that
Yeah.
Duvois kind of names.
Oh, Chariot du Noir.
Du Noir, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the one thing I don't get is if the ley lines go across the world, why did Aqua have to go to that like European one?
Oh, I know, huh?
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But let's give him the benefit of the doubt, and it's in Japan. Why did Lotte, who's from Finland, have to go all the way to Japan?
Yeah, exactly. You think the branches of Yggdrasil would go everywhere?
Yeah. Oh, also, one of my favorite shots is in the first episode when it's Hannah and Barbara, and then another random girl are like talking crap to Akko.
Oh yeah, there was a third girl.
Yeah, I don't know where she went, but they were talking about how like, oh yeah, it's the ley line, and then like it cheaply animates them moving towards the ley line. That shot is hilarious.
All right, so what about underutilized?
Did we mention all of the characters? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? There's a lot of characters that are good. The headmistress.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty dope. The dragon.
Oh yeah, the dragon was cool. The Yeti.
Oh, shout out to my boy the Yeti.
Yeah.
I love that Yeti so much.
Lotte's parents.
Yo, Lotte's mom is so cute.
Yeah.
Just like I love how she got like her mom's height. But the dad's red hair, really, really cool.
Yeah.
I really wish we got to see more parents.
Yeah, that would have been cool. It would have been cool to see Susie's parents.
Yeah, but that's why
we saw Constance's parents.
Well, apparently, Susie is adopted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from
the lore.
Yeah, from the manga lore.
Oh, really?
She's adopted. She has adoptive parents. Yeah, like I said, I would really love to see more parents.
I really like that picture of Constance and her parents. How she's like, she looks super angry, like she doesn't want to take a picture.
Yeah,
and her parents are all happy. They're like by a boat, I think.
Yeah, I love.
That's probably why she built a boat as as an airship.
Yeah, she's probably very familiar with boats.
Yeah.
Anybody else you want to mention before we?
Jasminka. I have Jasminka as an underutilized.
Yeah. So moving underutilized, I was very mad or disappointed that everybody got an episode, but my girl Jasminka. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? Honestly.
Yeah.
Like it had to be on like the cutting room floor. Cause I feel like they must have had an episode for everybody.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't fit. Either couldn't fit the Jasminka episode, or they just couldn't. Cause like think about the Amanda episode. Like nothing really happens in that. I mean, it's development between Andrew, or more Andrew development.
Yeah.
But nothing really happens in the episode. Like it's not a. I guess it is kind of a filler.
Yeah, because nothing. Like you said, nothing really happens. The Holy Grail breaks and nothing happens.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, you could have just thrown an extra episode in. Make it 26.
I know, right?
Yeah. Jasminka. It was Jasminka and, who else do you have very underutilized?
The reporter girl.
The reporter girl, yep. Well, I really wish we got more to see more of them.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we get a second season.
A third season.
This is a second season, technically.
No.
What do you mean?
On Netflix, it says that there's 2 seasons.
Well, because they split it up.
Oh, okay.
So what is the first season, second season on Netflix? It's the first choir and second choir.
Oh, okay.
So they did the first choir, and then they waited like a month to 2 months, and then did the second part.
Okay.
But called it season 2.
All right.
So yeah. So second season, third season, like we're like mincing hairs. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right. So do you want to go worst episode, or we haven't said it in a while, least favorite episode? Because I do not think any of these episodes are particularly bad.
Yeah, all of them were pretty much on par with each other for the most part, apart from like really shining gem episodes.
Yeah, I feel like everything's at like an 8, and then like there's a bunch of 10s
Mm-hmm.
in here, and then like there's maybe one that's like a 6.5, and that's what I put.
Okay.
Mine is the undead travel lodge. Is that yours too?
That's the one with the guy that
The zombie.
the zombie resurrected, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly the one I put.
The one thing I actually do like about that episode is 2 episodes before that, they explain the law
Oh yeah.
of like if you bring somebody back from the dead,
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna have all your. They're gonna be. You basically gonna wish that you were dead,
Yeah.
and I really like how they brought that back around,
Mm-hmm.
and how Susie wasn't there during that lesson.
Yeah.
She was missing.
Huh. I didn't really notice that.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I really have for that episode. It's just I didn't really like the zombie dude.
Yeah, just the whole crux of that episode was
This is
not
like a wild goose chase kind of deal.
I really did like the mom's or not the mom's, the headmaster's her special item
Yeah.
was
Part of the bell.
The bell, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I also really like that idea of like you leave something very important behind, and it could help you
Get back.
get back.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, really really dope.
All right, so favorite episodes.
Okay, here we go.
You want to start it off?
We can go. Yeah, we can go back and forth, if we want. Mine are like not really in order. Yeah,
mine
I'll
are.
probably go in order. So, my first favorite episode is the second episode.
Yeah, that's my first favorite episode.
Can't stop me now.
Yep. So this is the episode where Akko takes her classes for the first time, and it's like she's like really struggling, and she's kind of disheartened at how hard everything is.
Yeah, very
Very funny.
very funny. Just learning how to try to ride a broom.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the whole like broom race idea.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. One of my favorite shots. We talked about it kind of earlier, where they're just doing certain stuff for her to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite jokes is Ursula's like, "Oh, here I got you this book to help you learn," and it was like baby's first broomstick.
Yeah.
And Aqua's like so happy just to get it, even though it's like a baby book.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, talk clean. Like brooms like to clean,
So
and
make sure to use it.
then make sure to use it to clean a little bit and talk to it. And then she's like, "Oh, broom, you're so beautiful, and you're so whatever."
Yeah.
And then like she can't. And then like there's this scene of her getting like frustrated at it, and she goes, "Hey, so this is gonna be you if you don't fly," and she breaks the twigs. Oh,
That's great.
It's just hilarious. So go ahead. You
My
go back
next
and
one
forth.
is episode 7, which is the episode where Akko's failing all of her finals, and she needs to pass the fish one, the fish translating.
Yeah,
one.
that's. Why don't I have it in my I don't have it in my
Your favorites?
notes. No, it is one of my favorites, but I don't have it in my
You didn't write anything
I
about
didn't
it?
write the name. I don't know why not.
Oh yeah, I don't really know. I just wrote episodes. I didn't write their title names.
Yeah, that episode. Oh, it's Orange Submariner. Orange
Orange
Submariner.
Submarine, yeah.
Yeah, that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which
that
is-
episode.
Is that a reference to Yellow Submarine?
It might be because I was thinking about like "Can't Stop Me Now" is the Queen song,
Okay, yeah.
and then like later on it's like "Blue Moon" is the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So the Selena song "Blue Moon."
So,
That's not Selena. I don't know who the original person is, but that's how I know it.
the one from Greece? The song from Greece?
Is it from Greece? I have no idea.
No, like remember when they in the movie Grease they mooned the camera
No,
and they're playing that song. I don't think it's from Greece.
Yeah.
But back to that episode.
Yeah.
It's a really funny episode, especially when Akko tries to bribe Professor Pisces with mineral
With
water.
the mineral water and kills her.
Yeah, pretty much almost kills her.
Oh my goodness. Pisces sensei. Great line.
Yeah.
And then I also really like the I showed you the Japanese version of the scene of Ursula speaking fish.
Oh yeah.
Just a paco. Hilariously cute.
Yeah, and then the whole transformation thing with them being
Oh, the fish.
Yeah, and then they meet that one fish that's
The sad fish.
sad fish that wants their family back.
Yeah. Great.
Great scene when she introduces the whole family.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, big brother, big sister, little sister, big brother.
Oh god. And then I also have my next favorite episode is The Fountain.
Okay.
So some of the things I disliked about the Netflix series is like they changed the names a little bit
Of the episodes?
Yeah, so they kind of changed it, but not really. But the Japanese name for the episode is The Fountain of Polaris.
Okay.
I just really like the whole full name of it.
Okay.
Great animation. We talked about almost the whole episode.
Yeah.
In cinematography, it's just wonderfully shot, wonderfully paced,
Wonderfully lit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has very nice lighting.
When the fountain, like when Aqua's walking up to the fountain and it's playing the music and it's like very soft and like very whimsical, and then she sees the visions of Chariot,
Yeah.
learning how to become better. It's like it's really adds to the feeling of that episode.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
The atmosphere. Thank you.
For me, the next episode that I chose is 16. This is when they go to visit Lotte's parents.
Oh,
In Finland.
in Finland. Oh, my favorite. Just some of my favorite shots in that way is when she's reading what needs to be done in order for the curse to happen.
Be lifted.
Well, to happen.
Oh,
just
yeah.
for the moss to happen.
Yeah.
And like one of my favorite things is like it says, the CO2 emissions have to be at a specific rate. And when she says it, it has like lines coming down.
Yeah.
It says CO2 because like she's exhaling.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then just Nicholas' son, which is obviously Santa.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Santa Claus. Shout outs to the newborn reindeer pooping on command like a champ.
I know, right? That was really funny.
There's also that scene where they're trying to get the snow and the berries,
Oh, yeah.
and just Akko's just too impatient.
Well, the berries, she sneezed.
She sneezes, and I'm surprised it worked.
Yeah. I was surprised, too. I didn't think it was going to work, especially because of the snow.
Yeah. The Yeti in that episode, I already saw how much I love that Yeti.
Yeah.
Pretty strong.
How it, was discouraged because of the hateful trolls on the internet.
And she's like, don't listen to trolls.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Don't listen to internet trolls.
Exactly.
It's a bunch of gibberish.
And then also the scene that really touches pulls my heartstrings is when Akko's going through she's going through the storm, the blizzard.
Yeah.
And she just thinks to herself like, oh no, it's fine. She's like, you can just give up. Like someone's gonna save him. And then she's like, no, like I have to keep going, and she just keeps going.
Yeah.
Really strong.
Yeah, really nice.
And then so my next one is Akko's Adventures in Sushi World.
Okay.
That's
episode 8, I think,
8.
right?
Yeah, episode 8. We talked about it earlier. As soon as I really wanted to know what that Sushi was that she saved.
Oh yeah,
like
the quiet one.
Yeah, I just like it's a really cool way to personify how like the mind works and like how we everyone's always killing off parts of them that don't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
And my favorite Sushi that they kill is the one that says, "Oh, I want a boyfriend," and then just kills it right away. Or the one who wants to read Nightfall.
Oh yeah,
really strong. I just like the Akko at the end of it, like, Susie, if you want to read Nightfall, go ahead, you do it.
I like that line that was going to the guillotine that when when you finally get to see what they were chopping, it was like what, pineapple, I think.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
All right, what else do we have? Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah. My next one is episode 18, and that's the episode with the ghost hunt, and it's the Constance episode.
Yes.
So I really loved that episode. It was really cool.
The freaking giant robot.
Yeah. Freaking Voltron looking thing.
Oh, so
or Mazinger
tight.
Z, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, with the great drill punch at the end. Dude, I really want for my screensaver, or just for anything, is the screenshot of when Akko is punching, or when they're punching the giant bird at the end. And then you can see like Akko's face fades in, and then Constantine's face blurs in right after.
Yeah.
Very like super mecha.
That'd be hella sick.
Really great scene. I also have Bee Affection. It's the episode with the bee that makes him fall in love.
Okay, yeah. That's the party, right?
The party, yeah.
The Cinderella dresses and all that.
Very great.
Yeah.
Just the comedy of like people falling in love with people was really, really great.
I really like that Diana fell in love with herself.
Jeez. And then fell in love with Akko
Oh yeah.
too. She fell in love with herself. It's just hilarious. It's like a super fun playing with it.
Yeah. And doesn't Andrew's dad fall in love with Akko as well?
Something like that, yeah.
I really like that. You've mentioned this before that we started the podcast, but they changed the art style once they
fall in love.
They fall in love, yeah.
Like it looks like super like shoujo style. Very, very cute. Do you have any other favorite episodes?
The last two, I just paired them together, was the last two episodes, 24 and 25.
Yeah, really good build up, really good payoff.
Especially episode 24. I really liked well, you were mentioning earlier like all the stuff that made you teary-eyed. Episode 24 was that for me, with that hug that Akko,
the goodbye hug.
Yeah, Akko and Ursula
Or the
had.
good luck hug, I guess.
Or I guess I should say Shiny Chariot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hug was really nice. Nice emotional build up. I got really teary-eyed. I was like, oh, so cute.
Or I really like that scene. I think it's also in 24 when Croy when Croy opens up the Grand Tricillion.
Yeah.
And then it's just a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really dope is you can see around the edges the 9 witches. There's like 9 pillars.
Yeah.
Also.
It's really cool.
Is there 9 of them there too? Is there 9 characters?
I didn't count.
No.
But I noticed the faces.
No, is there 9 characters? Because they're like, we're going to be the new 9 witches of old.
Oh, okay. Were there 9 of them?
Yeah, were there 9 witches there?
Well, it's
had to
okay.
be.
So it's
the 3, 6.
Yes,
7, 8,
3. So it's Susie, Lotte, Akko, Diana, Jasminka, Constance, Amanda, Chariot, and Croy.
Yeah,
so that's 9.
Yeah. So it's like, we're gonna be the new 9 witches.
Mm-hmm.
So and I thought it was just really cool how like the shiny rod got that really dope upgrade.
Oh yeah.
With the Grand.
Oh,
Tricillion.
Speaking of upgrades, I forgot to mention this in cinematography. When Amanda was fighting the guy at the guy school, she did that like transformation sword thing, and it had to have been a Thundercats reference. With how she looked through the handle, her eyes were through the handle.
Right, I guess so. Yeah,
it was really cool.
That one of the guys who storyboarded on it, his name's Hifumi something. I forget what his name is. But he's the guy who went and he worked on Steven Universe for an episode. Yeah. So like a couple years ago at Comic-Con, Studio Trigger and then the studio that does Steven Universe, or the crew that does Steven Universe, got together and had drinks. And then that episode came out of that. Hifumi whatever worked on the storyboards.
That's
for
pretty
that
cool.
episode. Yeah, it is pretty neat.
We need more of that, more crossovers.
Yeah. I guess what is his name? The director. Hold on. What's his name? Yo Yoshinori.
Yeah.
He also went to Cal Arts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to Cal Arts with the Creative Steve Universe,
Okay.
and that's where he learned how to animate.
Wow.
And you could totally tell too with like the American influence. I feel with this anime,
Yeah.
like of like just like how lessons. Like I felt a very underlying tone of like how My Little Pony tells references, like it tells morals in stories.
Underlying morals.
Yeah. Really, really good.
We're in episode 25 with the whole missile thing. That episode is really great.
Oh yeah, really.
And you were telling me that that's one of your favorite antagonists is the
is
missile.
the evil missile powered by hatred.
Yeah.
Really, really cool, and it looks so badass.
Yeah.
Flying. I love how even the missile has like shoots little missiles at him. Pretty cool. And then the last one or last two I have are the Blue Moon episode.
Okay.
Well, we talked about that. Yeah, we already talked about the ones I already like. So the Blue Moon, it's the episode where Woodwater. I forgot.
Woodward.
Woodward, right? Is it Woodward?
Professor Woodward.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see more. Like, is she like she's like a spiritual teacher, right? I guess.
She was one of the 9 witches, wasn't she?
Was she?
I think. I don't know.
I don't know either. Exactly. And which reminds me, I have something to say about things we would change or new things that I would do to improve the anime. Yeah, she was that we meet her for the first time, and just it's really magical. It's one of the scenes that I really like. Fantastic, it's literally like fantastic
in like all aspects.
Yeah, and then I also have the Samhain Magic Fest.
Okay.
Which is really cool. It happens on Halloween.
Yeah.
October 31st, which is pretty cool. And then just everybody's like up until Diana, like everyone's crappy
skits
act.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I forget which one it is, but one of the girls ends up getting hurt during it.
Yeah.
Like she gets up swallowed, and like she's being carried away on a stretcher in one scene.
Yeah.
Really strong. And then I mentioned why I guess we both mentioned why we love the Diana scene and the sad ghost scene.
Yeah, exactly.
And that might be my favorite episode in the series. Really, really strong.
Yeah. Even though you didn't like that Akko didn't win.
Yeah.
The contest.
I was so mad. I'm still legit mad that Akko was cheated. I also like they didn't even show the ceremony to give her the Moonlight Witch.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
I mean, Diana was reluctant to accept it anyway.
Yeah. All right, Jay. Do you have any final thoughts you want to throw in before we wrap it up?
This anime's good. It's a good one.
It's a great one.
You keep picking good anime, Aaron. We're gonna run out.
I'm pretty sure I'm out now. Actually, I've burnt through my favorite anime. So it's only losers from here on out.
All right, I'm excited for that.
I don't mean to pick my favorite ones. It's just like last week I was thrown in a corner because I forgot to pick one.
Yeah,
and I was like, let's do this. Like I kind of wanted to do it later on, but. There's a lot of stuff there's still Metabots to do.
Yeah. Metabots, yeah. That's actually on my list.
I did have a final thought, but I forgot what it was. We mentioned a lot of thoughts in between. All right. So accessibility.
This is like the most accessible anime we've done so far.
Yeah. No fan, like we mentioned earlier, no fan service. Really good comedy.
Yeah.
Really kid friendly.
Yep. This is something I would watch with my kid.
I would use this to show people anime.
Yeah. If you're like a first timer and you want to get into anime, this is a great way to start.
Yeah. And then you can watch it on Netflix is the one way you can watch it now.
Yep.
I'm really hoping in the future we get a physical release because I really want to have this forever.
Yeah.
It's one of these.
That'd be great.
Yeah, like so when Netflix is long gone, I could
Oh yeah.
have a copy to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go get a copy
Be the
now.
family heirloom.
Yeah, exactly. Rewatchability
High.
really high. This is my 4th time. If I had to watch it again right now, I would do it. I'd do
Yep.
the 5th time.
I plan on watching this with my kid.
Good. New age of anime fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Changes we would make.
That's a tough one.
Do you
for
have
me.
any? So, I'm kind of reinterpreting this as I don't think
Things
we
to
really
make it
do
better.
have. Well, I don't think we do have any changes we would make. Unless
Yeah.
do you have?
No.
What would you want in a second season?
What would I want in a second season? Well,
Yeah.
obviously that, like you said before, a Jasminka episode. I'd like more Constance.
Oh yeah.
More minor characters like the news person, like getting
Yeah.
more spotlight.
I feel like just like how My Hero can succeed without Deku, I feel like Little Witch can succeed without Akko.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we can do episodes like without Akko, like Akko is off doing something else.
Yeah. Or you mean like what were these characters
Yeah,
doing when Akko was out doing this?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like what were Jasminka, like Group B, Jasminka, Amanda, Constance, what were they doing what were they doing on their day off in town?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Would be pretty neat. I really in the second series, if they do one, I really want to know more about the 9 witches of old.
Oh yeah.
Like it's very.
Because the only one that we like really learn anything about is Diana's.
Oh, Diana's great grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like a healer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to know like more.
Yeah, more into the lore.
I was telling my friends like a really easy way to do it would be like, each witch's wand has been like stolen or something, or like some kind of magical MacGuffin from each
Okay.
witch.
All their hats were stolen.
Yes. That's what also one of my favorite details was the hats in the in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really dope, and they're not really even explained until like they need to be.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. One of them was like Maleficent's headpiece or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure like you could probably guess like where they're from.
Mm-hmm.
Like I 100% like Merlin
Yeah.
is probably in there somewhere. Yeah. Any other thing you'd like to see more of? More characters would have been cool too.
Yeah.
Just more screen time for people.
What episode was the one where they put the boot on somebody's head?
I forget.
But that was a good scene.
That was a good scene. All right, so Jay, we're at a standstill. What do you give Little Witch Academia?
I mean, this has to be a must watch. It's really good.
Yeah, go watch it. If you haven't seen it, you need.
Yeah, this is a super high recommend.
Yeah, this is our second, probably our first since we've
Announced our
official
rankings. Yeah.
Of Go
watch it right
Gold,
now.
like pure gold. Go watch it now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jay. Now that we've hopped on our broomsticks and
Learn to fly.
got our
Remastered culinary magic.
I know. Turned our piece of gold into a stand bot. What do you have on the docket for next week?
All right, so we're gonna be doing a Madhouse anime. I think this is gonna be our first one that we've done. It's a Paradise Kiss. Have you ever?
No, never heard of it.
You never heard of Paradise Kiss?
Never
Okay.
heard of it.
So the reason I chose it is because a coworker recommended it to me when I said that I wanted I wanted more anime with like punk characters.
Mm-hmm.
And this is about a college student who like gets depressed because like I forgot she's like in the middle of midterms or something like that, and she gets depressed and she starts hanging out with some fashion students, and I don't know what happens after that.
Okay.
So I'm from what they tell me, there's kind of punk characters. I think they're goth characters, not really punk, but we'll be watching that one, and
Okay.
it's gonna be we're gonna have to watch it on YouTube because it's not on any streaming service.
Okay.
So, and I don't know the genre. It might be love, might be drama. I don't know.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
And thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah. If you like us, leave a like on SoundCloud. Follow us on SoundCloud. iTunes. Give us a rating on there. Give us a review. Anything helps. Give us a high review would help.
Yeah.
Our YouTube channel, we're doing a bunch of we're doing a let's play right now. Not a bunch of
not
them.
a bunch of them. We're doing
A bunch of episodes.
Yeah, Danganronpa is going strong.
Yep. I'm having a lot of fun playing.
I can't wait. Where we're at right now, I can't wait to get into it today. So
yeah, exactly. I can't wait either. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe on there. You'll get the podcast first on SoundCloud and then and on iTunes, and then
a week later
on YouTube.
Yeah.
We have the Instagram where I'm drawing some pictures. I might be doing some. I'm thinking of doing some woodworking thing on there.
Really?
Well. Yeah. Thinking if it works out, then I'll be posting it. If not, it's going in the garbage.
There you go.
So yeah.
So then you have a doorstop.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next podcast.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
ドッキドキのワクワク